Alrighty. So some of the questions that we had were, how can I start to look for different ways to coupon to save money? I was always told that couponing is for people who are dumb, boring, poor, broke, and I don't want to be associated with that. How do I fix this kind of belief? Okay. Guys, if we think that couponers are stupid, boring, dumb, waste of time, taking up space in the grocery store, wasting your time having to be stuck behind them, whatever. Obviously, we're not going to want to be part of that. Obviously, we're not going to want to be involved with someone like that. You have to change your own mind. You have to go into this situation and say, how can I see this as a positive thing? Is it true that this person who I thought of as annoying and unlovable, is it true that they're unlovable? No. Is it true that they were broke or poor? No. They could have been, but that doesn't always mean that they are. It is not necessary for you to be broke or poor in order to use coupons, in order to save money. It does not have to mean that you are broke or poor and still look for coupons and still look for ways to save. I'm in a position right now where I choose to save money because it feels good to me. It used to be that I saved money out of like, I have to do this. If I don't do this, I will not have food for my family. And now I do it because it's fun. I do it because it's enjoyable, because it makes me excited to see how far I can stretch that dollar, to see what kinds of deals I can get. All of those different kinds of things. It's a game. That's what it is. And I want to encourage you to see it as a game, because the more that you see it as a fun, optional, enjoyable, easy part of your financial journey, the more that you're going to be able to stop associating negative things with it. The more that you're going to be able to stop saying, well, only people who are X, Y, and Z save money. None of that is the case. So we're going to change the script on that one. What kind of apps should I use to save while I'm couponing? I hate couponing, and it has given me a really bad experience in the past, and I want to change it for the future. How can I make things easier? What are the apps that you use? Okay, so let me pull up my phone. So I use Fetch, F-E-T-C-H, and if you go to carolinevenzel.com/fetch, you get a referral discount, or like a referral cashback bonus. So there's that one. I use something called Coin Out. I don't think that I have a special code for that, but basically you scan a receipt and it gives you actual cash back. It's kind of fun. It's like 2 cents or something per receipt, but it's still kind of fun. I also use Receipt Pal. I don't love that nearly as much as I love Fetch, but it is what it is. And Shopkick. If you actually go to stores still, if you walk past a store, if you walk into a store, you earn Shopkick points. So like right here it says, if you walk into CVS or Rite Aid or Dollar General or Marshalls or Walgreens or wherever, you get a certain number of points just for literally walking into the store. I have a friend who, during her debt-free journey, she and her husband, that was their date, was that they would go and see how many different Shopkick points they could earn. Like, this is the funniest thing. And for Fetch, I love Fetch because it means that I can scan any kind of receipt and earn points from it. It's really easy. Guys, here, let me be very, very blunt. I am a self-proclaimed lazy person. If it takes too much time and effort to do something, I'm not going to do it. And so when it comes to all of these different kinds of apps, I'm not going to use them if it requires me to jump through hoops. I literally open up Fetch, take a picture of my receipt with my phone, hit submit, and it gives me points. It's that simple, I promise. Because again, like I said, and I will continue to say, your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. This is not something that we should just kind of willy-nilly be like, oh, well, I guess I'll just spend 8 hours a day trying to figure out how to save a few cents. No, your time is valuable. Make it easy on yourself. Keep it simple. Keep it doable. Make it something that you can remember. I put them all in a folder in my phone. I have an Android. I know. And inside of it, I have a crack on my screen. It's so dirty. Don't look at it. But I have it there so that I can remember to go through each one of these every single time I have a receipt. And it takes maybe, 30 seconds sitting in the parking lot. That's it. With Ebates, if you do a lot of like online shopping, I would definitely make sure that you have Ebates Rakuten is their new name, and Honey, Honey. Both of them basically do the exact same thing, but it's still helpful to have both of them so that you can kind of compare how much you would save from each of them. Because I've seen it where Rakuten has offered a 1% cash back versus Honey has offered a 3% cash back. Those are just examples. So obviously I would go with Honey. That's all that it is, a click, singular click, that's it. So those are basically all of my tips when it comes to saving money. Keep it simple. Remember that your time is valuable. Seriously, please remember that your time is valuable, that you have time, and that is your most valuable resource. You cannot get it back. You cannot make more of it. It is what it is. You don't want to spend all of your time every single day trying to save a few pennies. Now, if this is not to say don't comparison shop. So when I bought our car, and I had a very specific set of criteria. It has to be under $20,000. It has to have three full rows of seats. It has to have the DVD player because we go on so many long car trips, obviously pre-life. So it has to have all of those different kinds of things. And I was willing to wait until that perfect car became available. And it did. And it fit all of our criteria. And if I needed to, I would have gone in and haggled. But luckily, I didn't have to because I truly hate haggling. Truly. I will call and ask for a discount on my insurance until the cows come home. But don't make me haggle. If you're really good at haggling, then go for it. Full stop, go for it. If you need to get a new dryer, go in and haggle. Be like, I have $500 right here. What will you do to make this happen? You can do this. I've heard of people who have been able to haggle their way into tons and tons of stuff. That's just not my forte. I'm much more of a passive, as much of I don't want to be involved in this situation as possible. But again, if you wind up saving $300 on a $500 washer that was $800 because you spent 15 minutes haggling with somebody, that is amazing. Here's my math is I do it as how much I save divided by the hours spent doing it. Okay. So let's say you saved $300. Okay. 0.25 because it was 15 minutes divided by 300 equals, it's $1,200 an hour. But you wind up literally would be the equivalent to you working for $1,200 an hour. If you could save $300 in 15 minutes, there you go. And a lot of times, guys, all you have to do, especially in a one-on-one person situation, we talked about this last week with getting your bills lowered and working on dealing with things that are too high in price, comparison shopping with other providers in your area and things that are available within that, if it's a cell phone or internet or cable or whatever. Ask. Just ask. There is nothing wrong with asking. There is nothing shady. There is nothing irresponsible. You are being an intelligent consumer. And if you have to go and find a new provider, a new whatever it is kind of provider, a new cell phone provider or a new internet provider or home security or whatever, then do it. If it's worth your time, then do it.